Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a story time get ready with me. I was trying to think of video ideas, and I know that right now, like, it's kind of gonna be a smorgasbord of figuring out what I want really my channel to be. So I'm gonna be trying a lot of different things, and I hope that that's okay for now, because at first I was like, oh yeah, for sure, my channel's gonna be 100% makeup, but the more and more I think about it, the more I realize that it doesn't really have to be all makeup all the time. So, yeah, anyway, without blabbering and rambling and stuff like I typically do, I thought I would tell you guys about the time that I almost got ran over by a train. Is a little dramatic. I don't know what you would call those, like the trolleys, I guess, like in San Diego, which is where we were. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that I almost got ran over by a trolley. So it was in, I think it was in 2012. We had just moved to Oceanside, California, and we lived at Camp Pendleton. It was my husband's first duty station. That's down there in Southern California, just like 45 minutes north of San Diego. And we moved there in August, and the Marine Corps ball is every October or November. I know the birthday's in November, but for some reason I think that the ball was in October. I can't remember now. Which is a big deal. My husband's gonna get on to me about that. I really hope I'm right. Oh gosh. Okay, anyway, so we were supposed to go to the Marine Corps ball, and it's this really fun event. It's amazing. I love it. Every year we get to get dressed up. You guys have probably seen all my pictures and all that. We get to get all dressed up. We get to go, and there's a ceremony, and they always have like a guest speaker who was in the Marine Corps or is still in the Marine Corps, and it's always a great time. It's always a fantastic, it's been one of my favorite experiences so far with my husband being in the Marines, which sounds really dumb, but I really, really enjoy it every year. It's just a highlight of my year. So we were supposed to go to that. So we got ready. It was in San Diego that year, so we had to drive 45 minutes down south to San Diego. And so we got ready, and we got ready at the house, and we hadn't planned on like having a hotel or anything. So we were just gonna go down there for the ball and then come right back home, and that would kind of be it. And this was our first Marine Corps ball, so I didn't know what to expect at this time at all. I had no idea. And so I was all dressed, had my hair done, had my makeup done, all of it. And we were driving down to San Diego. And the way there, I got lost. And we, not my proudest moment, but when I get lost and I get confused when driving, I get very, very irritable and don't really like see reason. So I was being kind of mean, I'm sure. But me and Damon were kind of arguing, and I was really stressed out. I was worried about having to park and drive in San Diego. I'm not really confident when it comes to stuff like that. So I was already pretty like stressed out. So we get on the wrong freeway. We realize we're going 100% the wrong way. And I'm livid. I'm like, this is so stupid. We should have left like an hour ago. We're gonna be late. I was sure we were gonna be late. And so we finally get down and it was in the middle of San Diego. Let me tell you, it was like in the heart of downtown San Diego. And I'd never been to San Diego before. And I didn't know where I was going. So I just like plugged in the hotel that it was at and was like, okay, we'll figure it out as we go, kind of thing. Anyway, so after getting lost and being on the wrong road and getting back on the right road and all that, we finally get to where I can see the hotel. We're in downtown San Diego and I can see the hotel, and there's a little bit of traffic, but not like a whole, I don't remember it being a whole ton. I might be wrong on that fact. It might have been a whole ton, and I might just have been so stressed out that I was not paying attention. But so we come to this like railroad track thing, and it's not like a train per se. It's like the people, I don't know, it's a passenger train, if that makes sense. Like when it's smaller, it's a smaller train. It's not a big, huge train. Anyway, so I come to this railroad track, and we're at a red light. Oh, this kills me. And I'm at this position where the car ahead of me is over the tracks, and I should have, what should have happened is I should have stopped before the tracks and just left a space there. But me being not very smart, stressed out, and just all the things, I decided that I was going to just park on the tracks. And I was like, for sure, like, the light will turn, it's not gonna be a big deal. So we're there for maybe like 30 seconds, and all of a sudden I hear ding, 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 and I'm like, that's the train. That's the train coming. So immediately I'm in full I'm in full panic mode. I cannot tell you how I was like, this is unreal. This is not happening to me right now. Like, I cannot believe that I was like, oh no, it'll be fine. We'll for sure, like, the light will change and we'll be fine. And so my brain goes into like, okay, what do I do? So I just throw it in reverse and back right into the truck behind me. So now not only was I stuck on a train track, I also got into an accident at the same time. And so at this point, and I'm still, mind you, like, picture this, just, I want you to picture it, because I'm in a ball gown. I can't remember what dress I wore to my first ball. I want to say it was the black, I can't remember, but I might throw up a picture of what ball gown I was wearing that year. So I'm in a ball gown, I have my makeup all done, my hair is all done, and this guy behind me leans on the horn so bad, and he's out his car yelling at me, and I'm crying. I'm having a whole breakdown. Obviously, like, I got off the tracks, obviously we didn't get hit, but the guy behind me was very, very close, and obviously, I mean, at the time I was like, why would you be that close to me? Why would you not make sure that, but it was all me. It was like all my fault. And so the guy was yelling, and he was so angry, and like my husband had to Damon had to get out and like go to his car, and in his dress blues, mind you, too. He was in his dress blues. He had gotten fully dressed for this, and we were all ready to go. And so he had to go to the guy's car and be like, I'm really sorry, my wife is really stressed out, like, we're on our way to the ball, she was on the tracks and the train was coming, and he had to like explain to him, but the guy was like furious, he was so mad, which to me, like, I don't know, I may just be like really naive, but if that had happened to me and I had gotten backed into, I don't think I would be yelling at the person who was already freaking out and like having a whole moment. Like, I don't know, it was one of the worst experiences ever. I was truly like mortified, I was terrified, and then I still had to go and find parking in San Diego. I still had to get myself together and go and find parking and park somewhere. And at this point, and then when we finally got there, I was yelling at Damon, I was angry, I was just so upset, I was so traumatized from this whole experience that I was a mess, and I still had to go to this ball. Like, it was mandatory for Damon to go. I was already there, so like, of course I'm gonna go. And I mean, it was just, it was horrible. We ended up staying for the ceremony and leaving, and not staying for like the after, because they do the ceremony, and then after that is like they start to play music and you can have drinks and dance and all that, and it's like a party. Well, we didn't stay for that part. I'm lucky we stayed for the ceremony, to be honest. Like, I was a wreck. But I mean, luckily we didn't get hurt. That's the main thing. Like, we didn't, and I don't know how much damage that would have done to, I don't know, but it was terrifying at the time. It was really, really scary at the time. So yeah, that was my story about how I almost got hit by a train and I backed into someone and had like one of the worst nights ever. But luckily every ball after that has been fantastic. It's still a funny thing where me and Damon joke about this all the time. We always fight on ball day. It's almost expected because it's one of those days where like I have to get a lot of stuff ready. He has to have his blues perfect and he has to like get them on and it's uncomfortable for him, and I'm always worried like, oh, I have to do my makeup and my hair, and I like make it a whole thing and a whole day event, and then we have to drive there and all that, but every ball after that has been fantastic. It's my favorite part of this life, honestly. Like, that sounds so stupid when I say that, but it really is. Like, it's this magical night like where you just get to be like dressed to the nines and like you get to see this amazing ceremony. I'm always like moved and like get really emotional during the ceremony because there's so much, the energy at a ball is insane. The Marines have this pride and this like, sorry guys, I know I'm going off on a tangent, sorry, but like there's just a feeling about it that every time I'm there I'm like, this is amazing. So yeah, so luckily we haven't had any bad experiences since then, but that was definitely one for the books. I will never forget that night, and I hope to God that nothing like that ever happens to me again, because I was a wreck. Anyway, yeah, so that was the story, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like it. Give me a comment down below. Have you guys ever had an experience like this where like you had like a near-death experience that's really dramatic, or like something happened that was just so crazy? I'd love to hear your stories. I want to interact with you guys. I want you guys to be like 100%. This is a channel where I really want the feedback and the comments and all that. So like and comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and ring the notification bell so that you get notified when I upload. I'm going to try to stick to every Friday. We had a little hiccup this week, but better late than never, I guess. Yeah, I think I might have already said that. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.